Yo, what's up? 25 years old. In 3 days. That's how old I'm gonna be. Hang on, let me show you something. Bald. Where's my hair? You know, I might have had a little bit of a manic episode. People kept saying, oh, you're balding. Oh, you're losing your hair early. You know, eventually you just get tired of hearing about it. So, I shaved my head. So that way if somebody says, oh, you're bald, it's like, yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I did it because I was insecure about it. You know, honestly, it's not that bad. It's the dome, you know, and I could actually feel some hair growing in the spots where it wasn't before. I think it's easier for the balding medicine to get in there now that I shaved my head. I don't know if that actually makes sense or not, but I have more hair beginning to grow right here. It's weird. It's like I almost fell. It's like a garden, you know? I got distracted by the balding thing, I'm sorry. It's weird being 25, you know? I still don't feel like an adult. I just feel like a big child. When I had my girlfriend, I felt like an adult. I felt like I had an adult life, but now that she's gone, I just feel meh. You know, I have lots of friends. We don't spend as much time together as I would like, though, because everyone's busy. However, this week is my birthday week. I have an event tonight at my run club. We're gonna go to a local restaurant. I hope people join me. I have something with my YouTube buddies. We're going to this place to destroy stuff. Yes, it's safe. Yes, it's legal. It's like a rage room. And I also have stuff with my family. I also have another friend. I haven't really made plans with him yet because I have so much going on this week. And I'm going to hang out with my coworker I really like. So I got a lot of stuff on my plate. Smashing Grapes Nutrition. That's the name of my coaching business. Ha! I got your ass. You thought this was one of those videos where I talk about my feelings. No, this is an advertisement, and you fell for it hook, line, sinker. Yeah, it's in the description. Subscribe to the channel, and then blank, and then after that, I profit. That's how it works. In all seriousness, though, I need to work on my business in a more meaningful way. You know, I have one paying nutritional client. I'm just not good at business stuff for marketing or making content. You know, and that's like a hard pill to swallow, but I'm just not good at making engaging, entertaining content. You know, I just have a tendency to do the same thing over and over and over again. What I feel like I need is a team behind me. Somebody who can do the stuff I'm not good at. I'm good at, you know, being charismatic, kind of leading projects a little bit. I'm not good at, like, content creation, you know, stuff with numbers. I'm good at kind of being the voice, you know, the voice, that's it. So, I'm gonna work on my business. I'm probably gonna do it off camera. I have the YouTube channel just in case if my business does get bigger. However, I'd like to start on a smaller scale and kind of work my way out. And even then, I still need more skills before I turn this business into a reality. Oh yeah, by the way, I would like to talk about my faith in Jesus Christ. I originally didn't want to bring it up because I feel like I don't know, I feel like a hypocrite. You know, I have vices of mine that are very hard to get rid of. It's hard to find a Christian community to where I feel like I don't need those vices anymore. And it feels like they have such a strong grip on me that there's no way I can escape them, and I can't find the community to help me escape them. But I still believe in God. I still want to follow God. I just don't feel like I can fundamentally change as a person. The girlfriend thing, I've been obsessed with a girlfriend for such a long time. You know, and it's based off of a good thing I want. I want a girlfriend, I want a family. I would ideally like children, but if the girl doesn't want children, then, you know, I'm not the one giving birth. So that's up to her. But children would be nice. Oh wait, I'm putting the cart before the horse. I need to make way more money if I'm gonna have children, don't I? Yeah. So, you know, like, the girlfriend can make me happy, but she shouldn't be my only source of happiness. And, you know, I also have my goals and dreams and ambitions, but the trouble is that if I just chase those and make those a reality, when I have them, it's like, okay, what now? You know, it's like I'll need a new thing to move towards. And this whole time, I felt like God's been keeping me outcasted from my group. You know, it's very hard for me to connect with fellow Christians. I've been wanting to leave the church, but how can I leave something I know is true? I compromised. I just go to my Christian run group because it's easier to do that than it is to sit in a concert-like setting for me, okay? I have things with my ears. It's very hard to be in concert-like settings for a long time. I go to some services where they do that. I just don't go to the main service. It's like this young adults thing. Before God gives me the desires of my heart, I need to change once again. I've been kind of slipping really hard lately. But with grace and hope, I can change, even if I believe I can't. He can do it. You know, and I know I'll get my dreams to come true, but if not, you know, there's only one thing I need to worry about. Loving God. Well, I guess two things combined into one. Loving God, loving my neighbor. You know, that's it. Maybe I could just be content with what I have right now. And then I won't be so overwhelmed to work on my dreams, and I could do it more naturally. And I can build relationships in person more naturally. I've been online dating for quite some time. It's too difficult. I had my girlfriend on there, so I succeeded one time at it. But when I tried to find a new one, I ended up almost getting scammed. And, you know, it was pretty bad. But I didn't give them anything. So the plan is I still continue in faith and hope for the future, even if I can't see it yet. And to just be thankful for what I have right now. You know, I might... Oh yeah, the boxing thing. I wanted to talk about the boxing thing. Again, I'm gonna fall out of this chair one day. By the way, this is an old gaming chair of mine. I have a new one at the house. I just brought this one into the woods. This is kind of like my... I was gonna say office, but this is more like my praying spot. Here, let me show you. See? No, I didn't kill somebody. This isn't a grave. This is just two pieces of wood I found on the ground, and the nails just so happened to line up to where I could make it into a cross. So that was kind of the coincidence that it just happened to work out that way. Oh, that's, you know what, that works. There you go. Yeah, let me block out the sun. So, yeah, I'm still gonna get plugged into my communities. I think this channel is just gonna be like a hobbies channel for fun. And as for the boxing thing, you know, it gives me cognitive dissonance, because am I doing the right thing by feeding violence, like violent habits? You know, and I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing before I actually get good at boxing. It would be so convenient if I got good at boxing. You know, my grandfather was an engineer and a boxer, and my sister's an engineer. So I guess that must mean I must be the boxer then. And the funny thing is, I hear two stories from my family. One that says that my grandfather was an excellent boxer, and the other one says that he wasn't a good boxer. So, you know, I guess both of those could potentially apply to me. Where's the bird? I got distracted by a bird. This video is a bit rambly. You know, I don't know what's next for my life. I'm gonna be working on stuff in person for a bit. I'll be occasionally making videos just for like funsies. Oh, and I did want to talk about one more thing before I go. I have this D&D project called New Horizons, an interactive D&D campaign. It's on this channel. I could probably link that in the description below too. It would mean a lot to me if people interacted with it. It's not very well made. You know, I don't use AI images for it. It's real hand-drawn images. It's an interactive D&D campaign where you are the hive mind and your YouTube comments can be used in the game. And I'm like the dungeon master of that game. You're like this honeycomb construct bee man made by this bee goddess, and you basically have to help her overthrow a kingdom. So, yeah, it would mean a lot to me if you check that out. And, you know, I'm just gonna keep going for my dreams, and I hope everyone else does the same. And, you know, I'm thankful for God's mercy and his love. And, yeah, thank you, goodbye.